Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Marcus Mariota and the Washington football team versus Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they're led out by the former number 2 overall pick from Oregon. In his 7th season now, it's Marcus Mariota.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Frank Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 16 carries, 66 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Carson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The numbers for McLaurin a week ago: 5 catches, 65 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Mariota. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Mariota. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Mariota. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Kick here is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That completes it again to Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The clock running here under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
First down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Sports. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense set to take over again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So he'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Mariota's throw into the hands of McLaurin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Carson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On On second down, here's Penny. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. Fights him off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is Carson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Myers' kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Mariota. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. He gives it off to Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they get him down, but not in before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson will throw again. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now Wilson on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On the slant, this is Perryman. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A kicker fest so far. All points via field. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Mariota. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Bucs who were able to come in and win one on the road. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Dak Prescott, terrific in the win, as his guys upped their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, terrific in the win, as his guys upped their mark to 7-4 with the victory. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once more, Gibson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mariota now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble. And this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Wilson. And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now it's the backup, Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. First down, Seattle. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Penny, a first down carry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, complete. That's Hawkins. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. Thomas has got it, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Fitzpatrick to his tight end, Thomas, for the Washington 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. Thomas brings it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards that time at a Washington 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. First down, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. That catch good for only a couple. From the 44, Fitzpatrick. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Over the middle here to Brown. That one a first down pickup of 8. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Sims, his first touchdown on the year.
And now Washington a PAT away from taking the lead. Touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on second down. Wilson.
And he'll get this to his running back, DJ Dallas.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
On the handoff, it's Dallas.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now it's Wilson.
And once again, it's Eskridge.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. A handoff to Penny. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. To throw is Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
This is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught. It's Perriman.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down with Dallas.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas.
And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee.
2nd and 11 now.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?